All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Gonna run through this trade recap today. We had a quick winner to get in and out today to end this week off. On a Friday, I usually just look for small moves like this. I usually don't try to hold runners just because I'd rather prevent myself from getting stopped out, break even, and dealing with that. I'm just trying to catch my piece of the move and just get in and out and end my week off with a nice win. So, caught this small winner right here. Executions are right here in the Discord. If you guys want to join, links in the pinned comment. And we're going to run through this pretty quick. I'm sure a lot of people took this exact same trade. This was like a textbook kind of like manipulation off market open trade. And yeah, so I'm going to run through what I was thinking today, break it all down. So coming into the day, coming into market open, we had already pumped like crazy to the upside. And we ended up putting in this small bearish SMT off of the lunch high right here. And what I was expecting was potentially, well, one of two things. I said if we come down and rebalance, I wanted to see if we could get shorts into these unbalanced gaps. We had, hourly gap, hourly gap, hourly gap. I was like, maybe we come down and rebalance like OTE or something like that and see shorts down, or we come into these gaps and we seek longs back to the upside towards this 1 hour unfilled gap. Just one of those scenarios. I didn't really have a strict bias though. Personally, I did think we would get a move lower, obviously, before a continuation higher, which is what ended up happening. We actually didn't go as far down as I thought. So pretty much market opens up right here. We get this initial, what happens is we wick down and then we start moving up. And at this point, this candle started pushing bullish, and I was actually considering a long at this point, because what will happen is, we manipulate down and then we start displacing up, and then it looked like, okay, this was going to be our draw, and then this 1 hour gap was going to be our draw, but then this candle ends up sweeping out all of these highs right here. So even then I wouldn't even I want like a really strong close to confirm past those highs. We end up wicking down. At this point, I was considering a short right here. If this candle body didn't close as strong, I would have honestly looked for a quick in and out short rate to midnight open right here. But we end up closing, pushing down, and we end up tapping midnight open. And in that process, we end up tapping into the first 1 hour gap. We have a small 1 hour gap right here. So at this point, I'm saying, okay, we're in this 1 hour gap. I honestly didn't think this gap was going to hold, but the main thing I was looking at was midnight open. We're reacting off of midnight open in a 1 hour gap. So I'm kind of waiting for price to see what it wants to do. If it wants to displace lower, then we could continue to see shorts down to this gap and potentially lower. But if we want to reverse, because we are respecting midnight open, then potentially we could see a move up back to that wick that was put in around market open, this 933 wick right here. So we come down, we sweep out this kind of low resistance, or not low resistance liquidity, but these lows right here, and we end up getting an SMT. So you look at ES, ES fails to take out those lows. We put in a higher low. NQ puts in a lower low. We're reacting off a 1 hour gap. We're reacting off of midnight open. So at this point, I see a 1 minute gap open up. So I'm seeing if we want to tap into it and displace lower, and then maybe look for continuation shorts down to this gap or something. Or if we want to flip it and then look for a quick long to the internal high. Okay. Again, ES also has draws higher. So like they're both valid. ES has that lunch high. It still has like moves that it can make to the upside. So from here, we come down, we sweep the lows out. We're tapping off midnight open. We're tapping off a 1 hour gap. SMT inverse with nice displacement, and not just nice displacement, just speed. Like it just happened fast. So I'm like, okay, now I'm really confident in this trade. So I take longs right here. I had a 30-point stop, I believe. So it was right here, and I just targeted literally. So it was a 1.38 R trade right to this internal high. Or I got out a little bit before. I think I got out like right here was my TP, 98, 90, I don't know, whatever. It was around 1.3R. Just quick move in and out, sized in, and boom, there we go. Obviously, it ends up playing out. We did get, I went break even on this candle right here, and then luckily we didn't get stopped out break even. Again, I probably would have held, if this was a regular weekday, I would have held to the 1 hour gap or CE the 1 hour gap, which would have netted me, a lot more. But it is what it is. I'm just trying to catch my small move to end off the week. I'm not going to be greedy, and I'm not going to try to, catch a huge move, get stopped out, break even, and then just kind of ruin the Friday. You know what I mean? I just want to like go off into the weekend with a nice win. So really simple. Again, we manipulate down, up, sweep out these highs, come back down, midnight open, 1 hour gap, SMT, inverse displacement. It's like a Judas swing off market open. We target the internal high, in and out, about 1.3R on this trade. Again, could have held up to here, but it is what it is. Super happy with this trade. That's it from you guys. We'll be back at it with some videos this weekend, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.